Last time on Sailing Tipsy Gypsy, we traveled down the Hudson River to Haverstraw Bay and make our way through New York City. It's a quick trip through as we decide to trust the weather window and do our first ocean passage to Cape May. We chat about our travels towards the Chesapeake Bay and making it to Maryland in time for the U.S. Sailboat Show. After visiting Rock Hall, we decided it'd be nice to stay in Annapolis for the month of October. We'd fix up the boat, entertain some guests, and wait out hurricane season. More exciting than anything else, we attend the United States Sailboat Show. If you've not been to the show, it is one of the most fun sailing events we've attended. It is the nation's largest in-water sailboat show and will be one we always try to be a part of. The show features floating docks full of sailboats to walk through and hundreds of vendors to shop with. There are workshops, charters, seminars, sailing heroes, and lots of partying. The best part is looking at all the swanky designs and amenities between each of the new sailboats. We love finding our favorites and determining which we will add to our fleet someday. For those of you who aren't looking for a brand new boat, there is also a brokerage cove featuring used boats in every shape and size.
Look at this one.
Perfect, Mary. This is what we need.
Mary,
Yeah.
this is what you need.
All right. Who's paying for it?
We did not buy another boat at the show, not even this beautiful dinghy. Although you'll definitely need to enjoy a painkiller from Pussers, it's also great that they have sponsored beverages throughout the show. We enjoyed Noblo wine, Papa Pilar's rum, and of course, the Hendricks Gin Barge.
Gin and tonics over there, Mary.
Okay.
Each day, this floating bar is a party filled with unusual people and different concoctions from this oddly made gin. Check out the description below for more information on this delicious liquor. They've been my favorite for a while now and has become a selling point for us returning to the show each year. We attended most days of the show, including their VIP party, to shop around for our travels to the Bahamas. We got distracted by some awesome people, adult beverages, and of course some very pretty boats. Our favorites were the Dragonfly 32, Bali 4.0, and the Southerly 57. You can read more about those boats and about the show with the links in our description.
Last day of the boat show. It was a fun time.
Overall, the show was the best one yet, and we got the majority of our purchases out of the way too. Most any sailor or prospective sailor would love attending this show.
Alright, we're installing a nice water filter tap for our kitchen so that it's all cold water and fresh out of the tank without the taste of the tank. And so Theron just got all sad because it's just kind of difficult to get the right tubing and parts in there, but you might have to go back to this hardware store and get another piece. Well, you will see. Day where we cleaned the boat, so we did all the bedding. We are making dinner right now, but I'll show you the dinner later. This is all been washed and it smells so good in our boat right now. Don't mess it up, Elwood. Or Jake. Here is the final look of today's meal. It is wilted collard greens with braised tofu, with a lemongrass curry and coconut milk, seasoned with salt and pepper. We did add some Thai chili pepper, just one though, and then our rice is cooking right here. It's a black rice. Should be done shortly.
First up on the guest list was Theron's mom, Brenda. She'd be with us over a long weekend to relax. Although I don't know how relaxed she was when we decided to haul Theron to the top of the mast.
She's worried about something.
Yeah, I'm worried too.
Okay, inspect this chair. Look at it. This is how I have it. It's a stopper knot, and it's in a hole, so it can't go through. And there's 2 of those. And this line is rated to like 4,000 pounds. All right, 15 feet. A little bit more. A little bit more. Good. Hey, Mary. Now, please slowly lower me.
Regardless of the winds, we also finally got to take her sailing.
Was just here. She left. Flying back into Michigan. Well, it was really fun. We went out and had a sail. There wasn't really a whole lot of wind. It was like 2 or 3 knots. And then started picking up towards the later afternoon, and we got a chance to sail with no wind and sail with a bit of wind. I think she really enjoyed it. And that was like the first time I think we've taken this boat out and just kind of moseyed around, and mostly went just back and forth. But it was relaxing and nice to go out just for a day without having to book it to get somewhere.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I think we should do that more often.
Deal. What you doing there?
So we're gonna go crabbing today for the first time ever. And from what I understand, we're just gonna drop some chicken gizzards into this fancy double ring net and wipe smelly stuff all over them, smelly jelly. And then we're gonna drop it down and let it sit on the bottom of the bay for a few minutes until we think we got one, and then we pull it up, and hopefully there's crabs in there. We'll see. It sounds pretty easy, but it must not be that easy. Here's the smelly jelly. It doesn't look like much. It is not safe for people to eat.
It just smells like chemicals.
Biosafe. Mary wants to smell it.
No, I don't.
Our second round of guests were Tyler and Haley, also known as Steve and Courtney. We were determined to catch some crabs.
He's like, oh, you guys are actually trying.
Oh, gross.
Okay, just that's yeah. Let's do it.
Good?
Let's see if it works. Yeah, it says to put it like on
spot.
everything. Yeah. Supplying bait or hormones, I think. Hey, hold up. Let me grab this. Let me put this one back in there.
It's starting to stink to me. Like not smelling.
Oh no!
It.
Oh, okay. Drop it near there.
No, here. Let me see the tongs.
Is it floating?
It's almost like.
I just missed it.
Okay.
Damn. All right, we're gonna. Yep, just go.
Got it?
Yeah, here we go. We're dropping it down. See the gizzards kind of float. There's actually a chunk of the jelly floating around here.
Maybe the crabs will just come up and we can grab them.
Well, they do.
Perfect.
Our last guests to join us in Annapolis were our friends Nate and Taylor. They came down during Halloween weekend, providing a very fun time going out around the town and for progressive drinks and appetizers around the marina. Alongside another relaxing day on the water, they also help us with some boat projects.
It's a 2x4 that I've drilled holes in and put a line through. Or hook this to the halyard. Then I step through this loop, which is my security belt. And as you pull it up, the belt pulls tight, and I go up the mast.
Just like that.
Then when they left, we had a few more projects too.
This one is a little wet, so we have to wait till it dries for a couple days. And it's gonna rain, so we have to basically just button it up with some plastic bags and duct tape so that it doesn't get any more wet in there, and it allows it to dry some before we can take out all the dried out stuff and rebed with epoxy. So we also put up our birdies today. We just hooked up a block, like a little block, like this big, not even that big, and onto our wishbone boom, down to one of our running lights, right here. And we're flying our flags now. Excited about that.
Alright, my adrenaline's pumping a little bit because in the last 3 days we've had this net sitting here and we keep adding wings to it. Today, we put 2 or 3 in there, and when we pulled it up at the end of the night, the chicken wings were gone. So this morning we put 2 of them in there, and I just pulled it up for the first time, and there was a crab hanging off the net, and he'd had the chicken wing pretty much halfway out of it. So I didn't have anything ready. I lowered the net back down to the water a little bit so I could grab a bucket, and when I pulled it back up, the chicken wing and the crab were gone. Alright, I'm going to pull it up again when Mary comes back and see if I can catch this guy this time. It'll be pretty exciting if I can. There was one on the net when I pulled it up, but I didn't have the bucket ready, and he had the chicken wing like halfway out of the net. So he was just like hanging onto it. And so I hung the thing here. Get on here, here. You gotta hold this. Because if there's one on there this time, you gotta scoop him up. Because he was like hanging off the net.
Okay, hurry.
And, well, hang on. So when I came back with the bucket, he wasn't on the net anymore. But there's crabs down there. Let's see, he's not in there right now, but he's sitting there like clinging onto that chicken wing so hard that it was like outside of the net.
Was he a big one?
Yeah, I mean it was like this.
Next time on Sailing Tipsy Gypsy, we visit the National Mall before saying goodbye to Annapolis and the Chesapeake Bay. Then we start our journey down the Intercostal Waterway. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Cheers, and thanks for watching.